Good morning and welcome. I am Chris Ford, President and CEO of Reach Incorporated. Thank you for joining us this morning and for Urban County Government for hosting this announcement. For those who may be unfamiliar with our agency, Reach is a nonprofit affordable housing development agency based here in Lexington with a service area which includes 13 Central Kentucky counties. Reach's mission is to help low to moderate income individuals and families to become financially self-sufficient and to obtain affordable housing. The month of April is recognized nationally as Fair Housing Month. We believe equal and open access to housing opportunities for all residents of our community is important. As such, it is my honor to stand with you this morning as our agency celebrates a programmatic milestone, the 500th first-time home buyer to purchase a home in Fayette County. The closing for this special buyer is scheduled for next Monday, April 9th. There are several reasons why we've chosen to gather for this press announcement this morning. First and foremost is to recognize the many partners who have contributed to the success of Reach and its down payment assistance programs. Many of those partners are present with us this morning, and they'll share their thoughts in a few moments in the program. They include the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Department for Local Government, as well as the Reach Board of Directors and its financial member institutions. Secondly, we wish to express appreciation for the many residents in Fayette County who have entrusted our agency with assisting in their home buying process. We look forward to working with many more home buyer residents in the near future. And lastly, we wish to continue raising awareness for the value and for the importance of affordable home ownership in Lexington. The American dream of home ownership is still alive, and it's a dream that we at Reach enjoy pursuing each and every day. Since 1995, we have produced a record of performance that I believe that we all can be proud of. To date, 499 first-time home buyers in Lexington, an average down payment assistance loans to those respective home buyers of $15,160, a 41% minority programmatic benefit to eligible home buyers, and a cumulative home funding investment of $7.5 million. So again, thank you guys and welcome. We hope that you enjoy the program and those that are going to speak with us in just a few moments. At this time, I would like to produce our first speaker on behalf of Urban County Government, our Vice Mayor, Linda Gordon.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you very much to Councilmember Chris Ford. One of the things that Chris didn't say is that in Lexington, we know how to celebrate our winners, right? And we're all in a happy mood today because we're celebrating more than one kind of winner. And even though we celebrate our men's basketball team, we have a much quieter, more important celebration going on. And that is the celebration of affordable housing and those folks who are on the team that make it possible. If you're a homeowner, you know the excitement, the fear of responsibility. You know the feeling of putting the key in that front door and saying, this is my home. This is mine. I own this. You sleep in your bedroom for the first night in your home. It's the most exciting thing that can happen to a new homeowner to realize the responsibility and excitement of a new home. Reach, in partnership with the Urban County Government, is celebrating this awesome milestone. 500 wins is what I call it. The 500th first-time home buyer to buy a home in Fayette County in this wonderful partnership program. LFUCG leadership over the years, including folks like former Mayor Pam Miller, Ms. Brenda Weaver, Don Ball, and many others, were those folks who started this rolling to influence this partnership that has led to these 500 homeowners. The momentum continued, and those folks didn't give up, and what they did was bring on the banking partners and bring on others who were part of this team. Some of those team members are here, folks from Urban League, Habitat for Humanity, Community Ventures. There are many partners out there who make this happen. This is a county-wide program, which is even more exciting to Lexingtonians. And the other folks who play a quiet, behind-the-scenes role are our urban county government employees who work in grants and special programs. And I know that Irene Gooding and her staff are the quiet folks in the background who make sure that all of these steps really focus and comply with federal regulations and help to make it happen. So I want to say congratulations to Chris Ford. He, as president and CEO of REACH, can celebrate his team. He's a kind of a quiet guy who doesn't ever put any accolades on himself, but I want to thank you for leading this team to its 500th win, 500 homeowners, first-time home buyers, and this is one of the most important things that we do as a community in affordable housing. So congratulations to all of those of you who've been involved, and thank you so much for your partnering and your leadership. Thank you, Chris.
And thank you, Vice Mayor, for your comments and for being here in support of us today. It's all about partnerships. What we do at REACH could not be attainable or achievable without the support of the many partners that has been mentioned already. Just two of those partnerships are expressed with our participation with programs with Kentucky Housing Corporation and the Lexington Housing Authority. So please allow me to present to you first Mr. Rick McQuady, a Lexington resident who serves as the Chief Executive Officer of the Kentucky Housing Corporation, and Rick's comments will be followed by Mr. Austin Sims, the longtime Executive Director of the Lexington Housing Authority.
Thanks, buddy. Okay. Thanks, Chris, and I just want to say thank you for the partnership, and on behalf of the staff and the Board of Directors of Kentucky Housing Corporation, of which PG Peoples is a long-standing member of the board and a longtime supporter of affordable housing for low and moderate income Kentuckians. We're just very happy to be here, and congratulations on achieving 500 homes in Fayette County, and I know it's over 750 in your entire service area. And you and your staff just do a fantastic job. As I always say, we can't do our job sitting at our desk in Frankfort. We need partners on the ground, and Chris and his staff just do an outstanding job. Really what I want to focus on is, for just a minute, is the fact that a lot of the funds that Chris uses are home program funds. Because in some areas of the country these home program funds have not been used as appropriately as maybe they should, the home program has come under attack in Congress. But I can tell you this, that in Kentucky we do it right. All of our partners, the REACH and every partner throughout the state, there's no problems in the state of Kentucky on the administration of the home dollars. And we just hate to see that we have to pay for, if you will, the sins of a few. But we're working to get our message out of the good things that the home program does by providing such things as down payment assistance for borrowers to give them that opportunity to achieve the American dream of home ownership. So to Chris, once again, congratulations, and to all of us out here and all of us that work in affordable housing, hey, let's do 500 more. Thank you.
Chris and Vice Mayor Gordon, we had a crown given last night to a championship team, and today I didn't bring a crown, but we have a championship agency that's been recognized. Let me just start by saying, give a man or a woman a fish, and he or she has food for a day. Teach someone to fish, and we're going to be a little bit creative, and they have to buy bamboo rods, graphite reels, PG understands this, monofilament lines, neoprene waders, tackle boxes, lures, spinners, a 20-pocket vest, fish finders, depth sounders, radar boats, trailers, global positioning systems, coolers, and 6 packs of Diet Cokes, that is, and a tent for an overnight stay. With that said, congratulations to Reach and to Chris Ford, with whom we have had an outstanding long-term partnership. Thanks to you for exposing people to the advantage of affordable home ownership. Expose a potential homeowner to affordable housing, and guess what? They pay real estate taxes and homeowners insurance. They deal with title companies and closing attorneys. They choose moving companies or U-Haul trucks. They purchase things like doormats and furniture, curtains and blinds, throw rugs and area rugs. How about a new trash can for the kitchen, flower pots for the front porch, a rose bush here or a tree there, a bench for the backyard that has just been fenced in? These new homeowners are also new clients for all of the utility companies here in Lexington. And the list goes on and on and on. And Rick McQuady knows what's coming next: economic development at its best. Thanks to Chris and to Reach for promoting economic development and social justice. Not only do we have a more vibrant and economic advantaged community as a result of your efforts, we have families who are now a part of the American dream, owning their own home, and without Reach, they may very well have not had that opportunity. Again, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you both, to Austin and to Rick, for again being here with us today. These partnerships are key and they're vital. To the applaud of the Housing Authority, our community has benefited from not just one, but 2 Hope 6 revitalization grants in the East End and in the West End. And both of those projects included the components of home ownership. And we have been very fortunate to work with the Arbor subdivision as well as Equestrian View. And we understand the priority that our local community has on home ownership. To your left, you guys will notice we have a chart that is a boundary map of our entire county, Fayette County. And everybody should also have a copy of that map. The purpose of that is to illustrate where the impact has been, the contribution of our buyers going to neighborhoods. Aside from our participation in special projects like the Arbors and the Equestrian View, the Hope 6 projects, our home buyers, through our program's participation, choose sites and locations that they want to call home. And those sites have gone from border to border and boundary to boundary of this county, and we've seen Reach home buyers in every council district of the 12 districts. To speak more about the accomplishment in regards to Lexington and Fayette County, I want to introduce Irene Gooding, the director of the Urban County Government Division of Grants and Special Programs, to participate in jurisdiction over this area for the home program, as well as my colleague, Tina Burns, our vice president and program manager. Please come forward, Irene.
Thank you. Hi, I'm very happy to be here today to join Reach in celebrating its 500th home ownership. When the Cranston-Gonzalez National Affordable Housing Act of 1990 was signed into law on November 28, 1990, President George Bush praised the bipartisan initiative to break down the walls separating low-income people from the American dream of opportunity and home ownership. Since that time, Lexington has been a formula city under this program since 1992, and we have expended over $27 million in federal and local funds to assist various organizations, mostly nonprofit, in the production of over 1,900 units of affordable housing, both ownership and rental, for low-income households. More than 1/3 of these units have been home ownership units, And of course, REACH accounts for most of those units. However, we have many partnerships. Over the years, we have had the Fayette County Local Development Corporation, which is a subsidiary of the Urban League, was at one time in the homeownership program. The Community Reinvestment Alliance of Lexington was one of our partners, as was Community Ventures Corporation and Lexington Habitat for Humanity. Central to the home program is the word partnership. We keep talking about partnership, and in our office we have a team of people who help make this program possible. And they're with us today, and I'd like to call their names. Our grants managers are Theresa Reynolds, Vanessa Case. We also have Stacy Granville, Celia Moore. All of our units get inspected by our senior code enforcement officer, who is Mike Marinero. And again, these people make it possible for us to help REACH in the creation of these homeownership opportunities.
Thank you. When I reflect over the last decade, it occurs to me that when people talk about programs that assist with homeownership, they refer to down payment assistance as free monies. But more times than I care to remember, I've had to explain that nothing in this world is free. Home dollars that serve in the form of down payment and closing cost assistance are needed by most first-time low to moderate income home buyers. And though the public views these funds as free, they come with many hoops to jump through and require a great deal of commitment from the clients that have utilized REACH's programs over the years. The agency has strived to create a process that will guide the clients through budget and credit counseling and pre-purchase education, to the hand-holding process of coordinating their financing with the lender and working with the realtor until they close on their homes. For our agency to reach the milestone of 500 homes closed in the Lexington and Fayette County area is a wonderful feeling and a great accomplishment. But the true credit goes to all the clients who dedicated themselves to becoming homeowners through our program. And it's been a pleasure working with each one of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Irene, and thank you, Tina. At this time, I'd also like to acknowledge the great work that many of you know that Tina Burns does for our staff. She's been with our agency for 12 years. And of the 500 home buyers in Lexington, Tina's perhaps had direct contact with 400 of those home buyers. So she's really expressing just what it means to help our deserving clients to achieve that American dream. I'd also like to recognize we're a staff of 4 strong with Tina and myself. We also have Kim Jones-Desagul and also Alisa McKee of our staff. Want to recognize their contribution to our team. As we conclude, I also want to introduce to you Mr. Bob Canada. Bob is the region president for U.S. Bank here in Lexington. He serves as the chairman of our board of directors, and he would like to come and provide some comments and special recognitions.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks, Chris. Vice Mayor Rick, Austin, Irene, Tina, thanks for your remarks and your partnership in making this achievement possible. Much like UK's national title win last night, assisting 500 homebuyers could not be done without a great deal of teamwork. So on behalf of the Board of Directors of REACH, I'd like to extend thanks and congratulations to Chris and the staff of REACH for reaching this milestone. Chris stole my thunder a little bit because I do want to extend special thanks and appreciation to Tina Burns. Tina has been here much longer than most of the rest of us working to make these things happen. And she's our Anthony Davis when it comes to making these programs work. So we appreciate that a lot. We also want to thank our partners. Much has been said already, and I won't repeat a lot about that, but we could not be successful without the support of our partners, especially Kentucky Housing Corporation and the Lexington Urban County government. We want to thank them so much for their support and their contributions. And finally, I've got to thank my fellow board members. We are a volunteer board. We spend our time and energy trying to help make this mission possible, and I just want to thank all of those board members who give that time and energy to help provide leadership to REACH. So thank you. Chris?
Thank you, Bob. Again, this concludes our program, 500 home buyers in Lexington. We look forward to working towards the next 500. And again, just thank everybody for the involvement. Who would have imagined? I know that Brenda Weaver spoke to us before we began this program. A program that started basically from a conversation between her and Mr. Don Ball here in our community, and Mayor Miller in the business community. 17 years later has us celebrating such an accomplishment, and we will always be thankful for their leadership and also looking forward to the partnerships we'll share with you guys in the future. At this time, we'll be glad to answer any questions that may be posed to us. Okay. Seeing none, everybody have a great morning. Thanks for coming.
Congratulations.